It's not. Well, I'm kind of glad for that. That it's not a ponytail hat. Because that would be funny.
Are we on yet?
I think we are. Yes, we are. We're live.
What?
Hey, Bonnie Miller.
We're on?
We're on.
Oh, I didn't get no smooch.
I'll give you smooches when we're done.
I know, but I wanted to get going smooch.
A get going smooch? Yeah. Oh, you're so funny.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Hey, Bonnie.
Is that from now or last week?
We're like a minute early.
Oh, we wasn't here last week, were we?
Yes, we were. Oh, no, we weren't. It was a holiday. Durr. Yeah, you like my ponytail hat?
Huh. Yeah, we're both sporting our new hats today. Mine's M.
What does M stand for?
Which side is it on? What side?
Mine's M. What does that stand for?
Morrison Plumbing Supply.
I thought you were going to tell me it stands for man.
Man.
Hey, Emily. Hi, Lacey.
Hey, Emily.
Good to see y'all.
Bonnie, Lacey.
Y'all like my hat?
I love your hat.
My little friend Laura Pichard, she has her own little...
Male. Bonnie said it stands for male.
Oh, it stands for male.
Thank you.
But anyway, she has her own little company. It's called My Feathered Arrow.
You dropped mine?
No, I didn't drop it. I promise. I don't know why it's like that. Anyway, so she sells these ponytail hats. And then I took it to my little Notions who do, does all the embroidery on the stuff I send for gifts.
Hey, Rebecca.
Hey, Rebecca. And anyway, so she did.
Everybody must be getting excited for reunion.
You think? Larissa!
Larissa!
I miss you. Yeah, it has been a while.
Is that a turd hashtag?
I don't think so. Hey, Linda. Linda.
Hi, Linda.
I don't think that's a turd hashtag. I don't know. Larissa can tell us. Oh, my goodness. So excited. Hi, Cindy. She's here. Hello. Yay.
I don't know some of these people.
Yeah. Well, you haven't met them. But I feel like I know them just from Facebook. Facebook is an amazing thing.
Where do I know Larissa from?
Seriously? She's going to smack you upside the head when she sees you the next time. You're kidding, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, you better speak now. Yeah, I saw that. You've posted, I guess it's been pictures. I've seen something with a couple of pictures that you were in Arkansas. So.
Melina's here.
Melina! Hey.
Wow, we're on big
connected
screen.
to my TV. Oh, gosh.
We should back up.
I know, right? Do we need to back up a little bit?
We don't want
Back
to
on
get
that?
too close.
Oh, yeah, we will miss you at reunion, too. I know, we won't talk too much about reunion tonight, except I counted down 14 days from today we could get on a plane.
14?
14. I keep thinking we got 3 weeks, which I know that's not a whole lot
Well, that was true
longer.
last week. From today? Oh, you said Thursday was 3 weeks, so it's actually Tuesday?
Today, no, we leave on Wednesday.
Okay.
So 14 days.
All right, Wednesday.
I counted them. So I'm kind of getting excited. Kind of.
Me too.
Just kind of.
I like reunions.
Yeah, I love them.
I don't know if I love them, but I like them.
I love them. And just the whole prep leading up to it's kind of fun and exciting too. So anyway, we won't go on and on and on about that today, but
Why not?
But we are excited.
It's actually pretty cool. All the new stuff. You get to see it right then. Everybody's excited and happy.
So, speaking of which.
And they all have good things to say.
I know. And everybody's happy.
And ready to go home and show everybody.
Yeah. And then we go and get on a boat for 11 days. So.
That's going to suck.
We won't be.
Somebody's going to steal our customers.
Nobody's going to steal. Nobody's going to steal our. You silly goose.
New catalog?
You're a silly goose.
Don't tell none of your customers that the new catalog's come out for 2 weeks later.
Honey, they can go online. That's the beauty of today.
Don't tell them.
But that's the beauty of.
I know, but they like the personal touch. They want to talk to you and order from you.
So, yes, and I will reach out to everybody before we even go to let them know that this is the day we'll be back and let me know when we can start setting stuff up. But.
And they will tell us when the reunion is going to be next year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can start planning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll announce to everybody while we're there. We'll make sure and post some stuff, and y'all are
And
going
the
to see so
incentive
many
trip,
posts.
we find out where that
find out
is.
about that.
Wow, that's pretty exciting. I'm excited
Now
now.
he's getting excited. We have a new app that's going to be introduced that y'all are going to love.
We're launching Canada.
Love. Hey, Jessica. We don't know that.
Okay, we don't know that.
Oh.
All right. Well, we hope.
I mean, we are. We just
hope
don't know when.
It's time.
But
we hope it's time.
we hope. We hope it's time. We're crossing our fingers. But what I was going to say is,
Now, Lacey, she's from where? Hang on, I know Lacey, right?
Yes.
All right. She went to last reunion, right?
Yes.
Or 2 reunions ago.
She went to last
year. All right. All right.
Hi, Jessica.
All right. Hi,
Yeah.
Jessica.
So anyway, what I was going to say is, Melina has offered. I'm sorry if I'm putting you on the spot here, Melina, but
Another
Melina
turd.
has offered.
Is that a turd too?
Would you let?
I'm sorry,
Can
people
I just-
hashtagging turds.
They're not. That's not a hashtag. That's a smiley face,
Oh,
and it just looks like a turd because it's.
a smiley turd.
Anyway, Melina has been kind enough to, since we aren't going to be here to do team calls, that one day she will jump on and do a little call with y'all. She'll do it on Facebook, so it's a smiley face.
A
So
smiley
thank you,
turd.
Melina. And I know everybody's going to be posting pictures and sharing all kinds of good stuff, so it's going to be awesome. So anyway, watch for some out of stock lists or end of season lists that'll start coming out here pretty soon. I would suspect it's got to be any day now. Well, you know what? I bet it's going to be on the 15th because that's when our newsletter comes out. So I bet you anything it'll be on that newsletter. So be sure to check out that newsletter. And
Look here on TV.
I know, and it's National Pet Day.
It is?
Yes.
Oh, well, good. That's why I picked him up.
Say hi, Bucky, our little one-eyed fiend.
You're on TV. You're famous.
He's like, you're crazy, little one-eye. He looks like a pug, but he's not. Anyway, so be looking for that on the newsletter on the 15th, right?
Yes.
Yes. And okay, so next week we may not be able to do a team call.
Hey, Kara.
Hey, Kara. We're doing some prep for reunion for some of the workshops and stuff, and we have a prep right at 6 o'clock that night, and I thought, well, I'll just do it a little bit later, but I have no idea how long that prep is going to take. So I'm kind of not sure about that. So maybe we move it to the next night or something. I mean, I don't usually like to do that, but maybe this one time we will. And then we will obviously do it that Tuesday right before we leave. So, anyway, who is booking parties in July and getting those extra incentive points? I've had one. I got one tomorrow night, right?
Yep.
What do you think? You look scared.
Bonnie
I'm
says
loving. I hope. Okay, y'all. If we lose you, it's because our weather is acting really weird and the power has blinked a couple of times. So if we lose you, we'll come back as quick as we can. But anyway, so parties and these extra incentive points. What I was going to say about these extra incentive points, that even if you don't plan on going on the incentive trip for whatever reason, just whatever reason. Because I know back in the beginning, it really wasn't an important thing for us. It was the month of our anniversary, and we always did a trip of our own, and blah, blah, blah. So it was never important until we just decided to give it a shot and really work for it. And then all of a sudden, it was like, oh my gosh, these are so awesome. How can I miss this anymore? But my point is, still use this opportunity to get these extra parties booked and that push, because worst case scenario is you end up with new customers.
Yes. Or a laptop.
Well, or yeah, you could get a laptop if you want that instead of the trip, which is awesome. But yeah, but you get new customers, and then you have a good excuse to reach out to them next month and say, hey, now we have a new catalog, or hey, now we have a new Paisley's Pick or a VIP box. You want to do it again?
Well, nothing.
What?
We should do a Bucky's pick.
Do a what?
Bucky's pick.
What does that mean? Oh, you mean like fragrance?
Yeah.
That would be air care. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That'll be hair care. Mama said you stink.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Good. Lacey's closed one and working on another. Awesome, awesome. Anyway, I'm just loving the fact that this company has given us so many great opportunities to earn the trip and just basically work our business. I mean, it's crazy awesome. I did a launch party with one of our new consultants on Sunday.
You sure did. Yes, you did.
And it was so funny because I kept telling her, I don't know if she's on here, but she did an awesome job, by the way. But I kept telling her, she would ask me all these questions, and I kept saying, just remember, keep it easy peasy. I mean, don't overthink it. Don't stress yourself out. Because just remember that whatever it is you do, that's what people are watching. And you want them to see that this is really easy and that they can do it. And she kind of laughed. She was like, okay, okay. And anyway, at the end of the thing, it was so awesome for me because she said, I'm so glad you told me to keep it easy peasy. She said she was so comfortable rolling with it once we got started. Everything just worked out really good, and it was a great little party. So anyway, yep. I'm a firm believer of, work smarter, not harder. And keep it easy peasy. Be playing with my... Okay, so have y'all seen these? This is off track, completely off subject. Well, hang on.
I'm trying to see if it works good for us to get good lighting.
You got to put it up there then. So if you put it up there... Oh, it does kind of make a difference. So I was... okay, so Facebook is dangerous sometimes late at night.
Movie stars.
No, stop. Late in the evening when you're on... let's see what happens here if I clip it. When you're on... It doesn't really make a difference.
It's too far away.
People are going to think we've lost it. So when you're on Facebook and, you see all these cool little ads and whatever, well, this was a thing for, how'd you turn it off?
You don't even know?
I can't remember. And I can't see because it's too bright.
There's a button on the bottom.
Button on the bottom. Here. Got it. Anyway, there was one of these things for taking selfies, and I don't take a ton. Well, I say I don't take a ton of selfies. I take some selfies, but what I thought would be cool was to have it. Break it. To have it for reunion. So I'm gonna bring it to reunion.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, just like that. So anyway, sorry we didn't mean to get sidetracked. Pretty new consultant. I'm loving watching you go. Oh, thanks, Amanda. We're glad you're here. You know what? We just enjoy getting on here. I know everybody has different ways of doing what they do, and we have fun doing these. So this is what we do. Mary Smith uses those things. Well, I haven't used it yet, but we will see. I'm going to take it with us to reunion just for fun. And I also have this other little thing that my mom gave me. Mary Smith? She's a consultant, I'm assuming.
Oh, awesome. She retracted.
Oh, she retracted the message.
It wasn't.
Maybe she meant to send it to somebody else. But anyway, I have this other little thing that you push the button. It's plugged into your phone, but you can like hold your phone out. And you know how when you're taking pictures and you're the person in charge and you're trying to hit the right button and hold it just right, whatever. I mean, I have a loopy and it makes it a little easier, but either way, I have this little thing that my mom gave me that you punch the little, it's on a cord. So, we can literally hold it way out there and I can punch it from. Anyway, sorry, y'all. Way off track. That has nothing to do with anything that we're talking about here. Sorry about that. What else? We've got you off track, so you did. You got me totally off track. Well, okay, so y'all have heard me talk about the little business card thing when you go to a party or an event and somebody says, "Do you have a card?" And you say, "You know what? I don't. I'm having mine redone right now, but if you'll give me one of yours, I will definitely shoot you my information." And so I just took their card and then come home and I would send an email or whatever. Hey, Teresa. Well,
hey, Teresa.
This Eliza, is that her name? Eliza? No, I forgot her name. Eliza.
Is there a song
Tanya. Tanya. No.
You're talking about that song?
You're really
Elijah.
You're getting me way off track.
That's an Indian type song, right?
You're getting me way off track.
Elijah.
I don't know.
Okay, never mind.
I don't remember that song. But anyway, it's Tanya Eliza.
Elijah.
Anyway, she was talking about the same kind of thing, but she told me this great idea, and I had never thought about this. So in your phone, you know how you have your contacts, right? Well, make yourself as a contact. Hey, Melissa. How you doing? She finally figured out the chat box.
Hey,
That's
Melissa.
funny. Kalijah. Thank you, Bonnie. You know, Bonnie's
Is that the song? Kalijah?
Bonnie's a big fan of
Who sings
Trace
that?
Atkins, and she's actually seen him several times. What, 4, I think?
Oh, yeah.
The Old Wooden Head. What's the Old Wooden Head? Is that about the song? Because I have no idea. But anyway, okay, back to, so you create yourself as a contact, and in that, let me go find mine real fast. In that, you actually put your email address. I don't have my home address in here, but I have my phone number, my email address, my website. Facebook. My contacts gives me the opportunity to put my Twitter, whatever you call it, URL, my Facebook, and then I haven't gone in to put my Instagram and the others. But anyway, you can put all that in there. So when you're talking to somebody and they say, do you have a card? You click on it real fast and say, oh, give me your number real quick and I'll shoot my contact information to you because I don't have a card on hand. Okay, so now you got your contact information ready to be shared. They say, okay, my number's da-da-da-da-da-da. And you put that in. You hit send. You're, okay, great. Well, you know, now they've got your contact information, but it's important to be sure you go back, click on that number, and add their name. So then you've got them already in your book, but they have all of your information. They can go look you up on Facebook, Instagram, whatever they want to do. I thought that was kind of cool. So that was her trick. That was her little trick. I thought that was kind of cool.
Sorry.
You missed it all?
Yeah,
You missed all of it.
It was Hank Sr. and then
It's a good thing you don't
Charlie
have to take
Pride
a
did a
test.
remix. What?
It's a good thing you don't have to take a test on all this.
What? Test?
Yeah, like on the stuff that we
yeah.
talk about. It's a good thing you don't have to take it.
This.
That was her grandpa's favorite song. Aw.
Oh.
Thank you, Teresa. Teresa was listening. Anyway, I thought it was a great idea, so I thought I would share it with you guys. And then, you know, if they have a card and they give you a card, that's great. Just be sure you go and sit down and share your contact information with them right away because it's all right there. I never thought about doing that, putting my Facebook and my Instagram and all that under my contact information so that I could send to somebody. So, very cool.
Where'd you learn that from?
Seriously. Tanya Eliza. That's what got us on this
Oh,
whole
Elijah.
conversation.
Ah, okay.
Okay. My next topic I was listening to. I cannot, you know what? I cannot multitask like I used to. I have to be focused. In fact, today I didn't get to talk to a few people that I wanted to talk to because I was focused and had to stay that way because I'm not good at multitasking. I can remember the day when I used to be able to talk to somebody on the phone and be typing at the same time. I
remember those days.
I can't do that anymore.
Yes. It's like, are you paying attention to what you're doing?
Right.
How do you listen and type?
I have a girlfriend that used to, it was when I was working at my other job, but she would always, if she was on the phone with me, she would say, are you listening to me or are you typing? It's like, she caught me. Anyway, so I can't do it anymore. I'm not a good multitasker. But keep doing it while you can, Melina. I don't know if that's something that just goes away with age or what, but Carrie uses the business card tip. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, I thought it was a great idea, so I just wanted to share that with you guys. Any good ideas? I love new ideas. What?
A turd with lips.
It's not a turd, honey.
Oh.
It's a smiley face emoticon. Anyway, okay, so back to, you know, we were talking about, well, no, we weren't really talking about it, but I had a note on here that, I'm watching y'all enter my own contact and have the TV go. Oh my gosh, there's no way I would be able to do all that at all. I wouldn't be able to. In fact, if I'm on my phone, I don't even realize anything that's going on around me. Some hotelier taught me that. The turd is brown, Duane. And that's actually not a turd. Did y'all know that that's really chocolate ice cream?
I hope not.
It's supposed to be chocolate ice cream. It's like the top of the ice cream cone.
Hang on, let's back up for a second.
We are so off track tonight.
You said that you focus and you can't multitask anymore.
Right.
But yet, when you're on your phone and we're watching television, I ask if I could turn a channel, and you tell me you're watching that. So you've been lying to me.
No, I'm not lying.
Yes.
No, I'm not lying. I am watching
You're telling
that
me you're
in
listening.
between.
No, there's no in between. Because you don't look up.
Because I know
and I'll
you're
say, hey, can I turn channel? Oh, no, I'm listening to that.
Okay, because I know.
So you've been lying to me.
Because I know you're just going to turn it to a sports channel.
Thank you very much.
And that's what I don't want.
That's what grown-ass men do. They watch sports.
Hey, Pamela. Newbie. Glad you joined us. We are a little off track tonight. I think it's just the excitement of everything coming up. And
I'm excited.
I know. Squirrel. Exactly. Exactly. If it's yellow, you have issues. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so back to Pink Zebra. I was trying to think of some things today to talk about, and I was thinking about how if you stop and think about, I don't know, however many of you were with us a year ago or even 2 years ago, how much the game has been upped, or however you want to say it, now for us. Hi, Victoria.
Victoria.
That Pink Zebra has given us so many tools to do our jobs now. Like, we have an excuse to reach out to somebody every single month. Every single month, because it pays least ticks in the VIP box. So that's an excuse to reach out to somebody every month. We get the catalogs twice a year. That's all great. But then we have these great pop-up specials. And they even email our customers that are in the database for us. So, I mean, there's just always stuff that is happening. And they just give us so many good reasons to reach out to people. The one thing that a lot of us, I think, have VIP groups, or maybe just your Facebook business page. But the one thing I have noticed recently is I have a couple of friends that have their own businesses. Why are you laughing at me?
I'm just smiling at you. You're so cute with that ponytail hat.
Okay.
Like a little girl.
Oh, I am a girl. Not little, but... So anyway, I have a couple of friends who have their own businesses. And they have their own VIP groups, and not Pink Zebra, but other businesses, stop. And I have noticed that because I know what they sell, if I'm not, like, in the market for something to purchase from them, and they are posting on their VIP group, I'm not even paying attention. Like, I just scroll right past it. And it made me think, you know what? I bet people are doing this with our stuff because they're just assuming it's the same thing, and we're just posting about the same thing, and it's, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I thought, well, okay, so we need to consider switching it up on how we tell people. So you still want to post it, and you still want to have your Facebook business page, but maybe, like, for example, I have one customer that loves the all the, like, the relax and the stress relief fragrances. And when the aloe came out, I sent her a text and said, you know, hey, Sonia, I wanted to make sure you knew about this fragrance. I thought of you as soon as it came out. Let me know if you'd like a jar. And of course she was like, oh my gosh, yeah, that sounds just like something I would love. You know, send me one. Absolutely. So switching it up a little bit, you know, when you know that something might appeal to a customer, when we get a new fragrance or something, shoot them a text and say, hey, I thought of you when this one came out. Not a group text. You don't want to do that unless you have a way of doing it where if somebody responds, everybody doesn't get it, because I can't stand those. But just a text to somebody, or a private message through Messenger, or, you know, just a different way of doing it. Because I do think that sometimes we get kind of complacent when we're looking through stuff. And if we think we know what it's going to say, we just kind of skip right through it. Does that make sense?
It sure does, Dana.
You're not even paying attention. Okay, Jessica says, I missed some of this due to bad connection. I've been told to take a picture of your card and say you don't have any physical copies on hand. That's good too. Text them a picture of your card. I like the sharing the contact though, because now you're there and all they got to do is click on it and it's got all your information. But I mean, the same thing with the card. I think it's a great idea. It's a great idea. It's pet day. You should pick him up. Happy 1 year anniversary, Bonnie. That's cool. Yes, and then save their information, most definitely. So, okay, I'm starting to see the glare like you were talking about, honey. I'm sorry. You were right.
What?
We're gonna have to. Oh no,
Hang on, what?
It's coming from somewhere else. I said you were right,
Yes.
but it's coming from somewhere else. I'm really trying to comment on people's status more and look at their pictures to see what things they like. That's perfect. That's exactly right. And I don't know if you guys do this, but I'm just now. I used to do it, and then I kind of got away from it, and I'm gonna start doing it again because I thought of it this morning. But when somebody likes your page, to just thank them for the like. I mean, on Twitter that happens all the time, and that's kind of a cool thing. So. Anyway, just to kind of get the interaction going, I think it's a great idea. But anyway, so that was just a thought, kind of switching things up and making sure that you're not just, becoming part of their thread, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, good. Okay. So what time is it? 6:24. Good. Okay. So the next thing I want to talk about, y'all, I don't know who all saw my posts today, but I have been... how sometimes when you are reading things and you read something and you're like, oh my gosh, that was written just for me, or it was sent just for me to see that today.
Oh, the Michael Jordan thing?
What about it?
Oh, Kobe's posted that.
Yeah.
About how many shots he took, but no one remembers the shots he missed. They all remember the shots he made and how famous he was. But he missed quite a few.
Did that speak to you?
I don't know if it spoke to me, but...
Well, it must have for you to...
He's known for being a great basketball player, but he's missed a lot of shots.
Right.
And
He's probably
also
missed
made
more than he's
a lot of
made.
shots. Well, I don't know about that.
He probably has.
He's probably above 50%. Well, maybe not. You might be right, Dana. You might be right.
Bonnie says, what do you do if you have an event and they don't give you their contact information? There's really nothing you can do if they don't give it to you. I will always have my little contact cards, and then I'll have a little drawing to try to encourage them. And then on the contact card, it says to check off if you want more information, an email, a catalog sent to you, or if you want to have a party or more business information. And that way they're guiding you as to what it is that they are wanting. Because you certainly don't want to stalk somebody that doesn't want to be stalked. Until you get to know somebody, then you can stalk them. No, I'm kidding, but I'm just kidding. But yeah, you get what you can get when you're doing an event. If you're by yourself, how do you manage it? Selling, refilling? That's a really interesting question. I did an event a couple of months ago, and it was so busy during little periods of time, and I ran into that problem where I was just trying to keep up, and it was really interesting. It made me kind of think about how I needed to set myself up in the future, which is when I kind of started wanting to use more signage that explains what something is next to it, because while I'm over here doing something or helping someone, somebody else is looking over at these things like, what is that? But I'm busy, so I can't answer the question, and there's nobody else there. So to kind of have, like little labeling, and in fact, hopefully we'll see some of that at Reunion, I'm hoping. I don't know for sure, but I'm hoping that we see a little bit of that so that we can bring that back and share that with you guys, because that is a definite challenge, and you just have to do the best that you can. But if you have as much set up to where it's kind of self-explanatory, that it kind of explains what it is, or take a picture out of the catalog and put it in a frame that shows all the liners, and then, or maybe it's, how to make a candle or something of that nature. And then have your thing over here off to the side that if you want more information, just fill this out and I'll be in contact with you. That's about all you can do. You just have to breathe. I mean, that's just how it is. You just be engaged with as many people as you can. I stalked a girl for 3 weeks. Oh, that's so funny. That's good, though. She joined. Polls and interactive stuff on my page so people are engaged. Yes, absolutely. I love doing that kind of stuff. I'm always by myself. I got invited to a 4-day event for $30. Wow, $30. That's a heck of a deal. Would have to do it alone. Is there not anybody? Yeah, I was going to say Cindy's asking, where do you live? If there's anybody in the area that could help you, that would be fantastic. You might have to split everything up, but I mean, that'd be fantastic. I mean, I do some events by myself. I like doing them with other people just because it, like, you know, like you said, it's not as hectic. But just, you know, just get out there and do them, and you do them the best you can, and leave enough information sitting out that they can grab something and reach out to you later. So that's my advice there. But anyway, so what I was going to say is today I posted a few things on different groups about just, I can't even remember exactly where I was going with that now, but it was, hang on, I have to look. But the reason why I'm bringing that up is it made me start thinking about our business plan or our goal sheet or whatever you want to call it. Some people call it a SMART goal. I don't like to call it that very much just because that was what we called it in the hotel industry, and what I'm doing now is so much more fun than that. That we want to start thinking about this stuff now because we're hitting our, I'm sorry, I was trying to look for the post that I made, but now I'm not seeing it. Anyway, it spoke to me, and I kind of opened up and shared a little bit more about my history. I'll have to find another time. But anyway, so, you know, we're about to have a new catalog launch, and then we're going to go into our busy season, literally our busiest season. And then Christmas comes around, and then we're busy between work and family and trying to get Christmas, you know, going, and New Year's and all that. And we always wait till December to start working on our business plan or our goals. And I thought, you know, right now really would be the ideal time to kind of start thinking about them because it's before we go into the busy season. And if we start working on them now, by the time that we're like, all of a sudden we wake up on January 1st and we're like, oh, okay, now what? That you can hit the ground running because you've already got your plan of action in place. So I wanted to kind of start talking about that and get you guys to start thinking about the business plans. And also, it's real important, I feel, to work together with 2, 3, 4 people on your business plan, because the more people that you interact with about it and share with about it, not only will they help hold you accountable, but they'll come up with stuff for you and with you, and you with them, to help put it all together and think of different ideas that maybe you hadn't thought of, and things like that. So I know in my past life, we always did except we always waited till late January, which was the silliest thing in the world, because, okay, hello, now I'm already getting busy again. I needed to do it earlier, but that's beside the point. But we would meet as a group, and we would all kind of talk about what our plan was, and then everybody would share what their thoughts were, and then we'd go to the next person, and we'd all kind of share some ideas and whatnot, and it just kind of gives you a little bit more momentum and excitement and ideas and things like that to kind of get you going. So when you start working on it, maybe like, because I have these little composition books, and so I'll take a composition book, and on the front of it I'll put my business plan. Stop, you're distracting me. My business plan, and what I want to do is I want to think, stop. I want to think about what do I want my life to look like 2 to 3 years from now? What do I want it to look like? So you think about your time ahead, right?
Yes.
2 to 3 years out, let's just say. Personally, in your business, in your maybe in your community, just different things that are important to you. And then you try to figure out what you want that to look like. And then be sure to make sure that you're thinking from the heart and not the head. Because, like for example, with me, you know, if I'm thinking from the head, I would say, well, I want to have all my bills paid off in 2 to 3 years. Okay, well, that's not really exciting, and that's not going to motivate me to do anything. I mean, really? That's just like, yeah, okay, I got to have that done. But instead, if I say, I want Duane to be able to travel with me, to leave the plumbing world, and us to go visit the different consultants in different places and help with opportunity meetings. And I mean, I can get excited about that. That's something I can sink my teeth into, and it's something that I really, really want to see happen. So, so that is what I would put as my goal for the next 2 to 3 years. What I see my life looking like. I mean, I can actually visualize us getting a call from Dottie in Wisconsin, Minnesota, whatever, and saying, "Hey, I'm having my first opportunity meeting. Sure would love for you guys to make the trip out here. You got it. Let's get it booked. We're there. We're headed your direction." To be able to do that, that totally excites me. I mean, doesn't that sound cool?
It does
so
now.
I can envision that, and now he can too. So
In our brand new motorhome?
Well, I don't know about that.
Oh.
I think we're going to fly there and we're going to sleep in a nice hotel.
What are you trying to say?
I want to fly there and sleep in a nice hotel.
What's wrong with a motorhome? We could drive there and see the country.
Okay, we're going to have that conversation later. My point is, it's
I'll meet
something. Okay, it's something that would be really, really awesome to be able to do, and that excites me. And then, as far as my, that kind of covers personal and business, because I visualize. Hang on, I visualize us being able to enjoy different scenery and different states and cities and all that kind of stuff. Personally, I would love to be able to see some other beautiful places. And then I also would love to be able to see our son, graduate from college and not have any loan to pay back. That's kind of what I visualize for the next 2 to 3 years. I vote for the motorhome.
We could do a Pink Zebra logo, and we could do Pink Zebra road trip.
Okay. Yes, we could do that. We will definitely think about that.
Yes.
Okay, we will. But we're not selling our home.
Oh, no.
Okay. I just want to make sure we weren't going from
No,
one
we're
extreme
not
to the
selling
other.
the home.
Okay. Then I'm in. I could totally do that. So anyway, that's kind of just my idea on a goal. I mean, yes, you can say, okay, I want to be a director and I want to get the boots and all that, but I want you to think about that. Is that something that just, oh my gosh, I want those boots so bad? Does that just excite you so much that you get, tingly and almost teary-eyed when you say it? Or would it be something like, I want my family to have the financial security to be able to make all kinds of different choices and be able to travel together and do fun things together. And I mean, the boots are definitely a goal, don't get me wrong, just like the incentive trip. The incentive trip for me is a goal, but it's not the end-all be-all that makes me get giddy about where our life is going to go. Does that make sense to everybody? Kara likes the road trip too. Okay, so you guys can come, you and Lee can just come on with us to tour where I haven't been. Yeah, I mean, that just totally excites me, and that is speaking from the heart, not the head, and that's where we have to get when we're planning out the next 2 to 3 years. We have to think about it from the heart, because if it's not something from the heart, you're not going to be as driven to get there. You're going to let things distract you. You're going to, veer off and get totally sideswiped by something else going on in your life, and then it's going to be on the back burner, and all of a sudden one day you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I haven't done anything with my Pink Zebra business in 3 weeks. I mean, whereas if you are constantly thinking about how exciting this is, what?
You can't go 3 hours without doing something Pink Zebra related.
Okay, well, that's stretching it a little bit. But
have you
gone
get 3
point.
Hours?
I'm sure I have.
Awake?
I'm sure I have. Yes. I mean, yes, absolutely. So, anyway, hopefully y'all understand where I'm coming from. I just want it to be something that just really makes you excited and I don't know, that would just really rock your world. What you could visualize happening. That's the kind of thing I really want y'all to set your sights on. Yes, Cindy, like a bucket list. Exactly. Something that just really excites you and intrigues you, and something that even if you have something that, happens, that you go, okay, crap, that happened. I got to deal with it. Let's get this shit over with, and I want to get back on plan. Excuse my language, but I want to get back focused on this plan that we have, so that you don't get sidetracked and end up, not getting anything done. So just a thought, be thinking about a business plan. Anybody that wants to visit, like we could go on to one of those group thingies where we can all see each other, like 7 or 8 of us, or 3 or 4, or whatever. Anybody that wants to do that, let's make a little, group message and figure out a day that we could do it, and let's all sit down and kind of share our thoughts, and we can help one another get this done. And we've got a few months to really make it rock solid, but I just want y'all to start thinking about it, because now is a really good time, because it's right before that catalog hits, right before that busy season starts, that we, and right now is a good time for us too, because we're thinking of our vacation that we're about to go on, so we're kind of in that mode, and we're thinking about, okay, well, what is our, and what does our life look like in 2 to 3 years? And so you just kind of get real excited about it. When we get back, I would love that. Anybody that wants to do that, I am in. I love trying to, help people come up with ideas, and I love getting ideas from you guys. So I say, let's do something like that if y'all are up for it, and then we can also kind of help each other be reminded when we get distracted or whatever. We can help remind each other. Don't forget, you got that awesome goal ahead. So. What did she say? Maybe I should have kept my ex-hubby. Oh, that's so funny. So anyway, that's a thought. I just would really love to see everybody work on, to at least get started working on that, so that we're not, because normally, the last few years we've done it at the end of the year, and
right now
is a really good time, because you're creative and you're thinking about Yeah. I mean, like if you're sitting out at the pool or doing whatever it is that you love to do, and you think of something, make a note in your phone, and then, let's come back to it and share with each other. And I just think that's good stuff. I was saying how I wanted you to be able to leave the plumbing, Drew to get through college, to do some traveling, go to the different rallies, and we want to start these opportunity meetings in September. So, maybe that's something we can get going across the United States, and we can come to your town and say, okay, here's what we're going to do. Let's get this lined up. It's in the works. Yeah, I've got some videos coming in, and I've got a girl that is, the racetrack is probably where we're going to do it. I got some rates, but I have a girl that actually works there part time. Yeah, I was talking to her, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I'll make." Yeah, so I'm just waiting to hear back from her. So yeah, Melina, she's so adorable going on Consultant Corner. I love that. That was awesome. So let's see, what was I? Oh, okay. So anyway, back to the business plan real fast. So that's all the fun of it. But then we got to figure out, once we get that in place, then we can help each other decide, okay, so what does it look like to get there? Like, how am I going to do that? So, for example, we want Duane to be able to leave the plumbing industry. Well, and to work alongside me in Pink Zebra. Well, what does that look like? Well, that looks like we have to basically replace, or at least come close to replacing, your income. Okay, so what does that look like? Well, I know that looks like, obviously a dollar amount. And then we determine that dollar amount, and then we have to figure out what we have to do every month to work towards that. And that's going to mean increasing parties. That's going to mean doing more recruiting. That's going to mean training more, so that when people come in, they feel confident that they can get going and really work this business. One other thing, I'm really, okay, so I'm hoping, I can't reveal, okay, there's something that, okay, that we're going to get this app. Well, they're going to be able to track their quick start on it. I'm hoping that in the future, there's going to be like an alert that's been sent to us that says, hey, you're a new consultant, blah, 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 just finished her quick start. Because what needs to happen right after the quick start, and I'm kind of going off topic here a little bit, but I've been thinking about this, and it's driving me crazy, and we've got to get a handle on it. What ends up happening after the quick start is people have finished contacting their friends and their family and the people that are close to them, and then they don't know what to do. Quick start's over. They don't have like anything to push them to, what do I do next? and they tend to kind of disappear. And I'm seeing it. I see it all the time. Off topic is fun, but I see it all the time. It's like, I don't have anybody else to contact. This is too hard. I can't do this. I don't have anybody else. And so what we need to do is, I want to be alerted. And, granted, we could go back into our back office and set ourselves a timer on our phone or something, which is probably what I should do that. I don't know why I haven't thought about that. But anyway, I'm thinking of it now. Hey, Gypsy. But we need to reach out to these people and make sure at that point that we are explaining to them, okay, now's going to be the tough time, because you've seen how it's done and you've seen how easy it is, but you've just been dealing with your friends and your family. So now you're going to reach outside that comfort zone. Hopefully while they've had their parties with their friends and their family, they've been meeting some new people that they didn't know, and they can reach out to those new people. But if they haven't, we have to teach them how to reach outside those little walls that we have, right?
Yes.
We have to teach them where to meet new people and how to start that conversation and how to develop these new relationships, because after that third month, that's where we're seeing the biggest fall off. And that's where we realize there needs to be more training at that point. So anyway, that's the kind of stuff, like when I think about the business plan, that's the kind of stuff that comes to my mind, is what do I need to do different to make sure that the consultants are properly trained, that they feel confident in what they're doing. Confidence is a huge thing. Half the time when people quit, it's because of the fear of not thinking they can do anything else. It really doesn't have anything to do with that they just don't want to anymore. They just look at it and think, oh, that's hard. I mean, I don't want to go talk to people I don't know. So they see it as it's a fear. So we have to give them the tools to overcome that. And so when we're developing our business plan, that's a goal for me, is to figure out how to make sure that after the 90 days is over, that we're staying connected and keeping these people going and excited. So anyway, but see, all this stuff comes up when you're working on your business plan and you figure out new things. And I could just imagine if we were all sitting here talking about this together, all the ideas that would be popping out from everybody. Pop out an idea. I'm just kidding.
Don't put me on the spot like that.
I know. I did it just because I knew you'd say that. So anyway, it's that kind of stuff. I mean, a business plan is so much more than just what I want. It's, okay, what am I going to do to make sure that happens? And because we are in a direct sales field industry, a lot of what we do depends on the people that we help and train. And we want them to enjoy the same luxuries that we're getting to enjoy. We want them to have as much fun with the company as we're having. Are we freezing up on y'all? Looks like we are doing all kinds of weird stuff over there. So anyway, and that, like I said, that's kind of where brainstorming is beneficial for everybody. I'm ready to get started on that. So as soon as, I'm going to be making my notes. I've already kind of started, as you can see, but as soon as we get back from our trip, I'm ready. Whoever wants to jump on board, and we can iron these things out and kind of get each other pumped up about it. I think it's awesome. I think one of the things that I posted today had to do with not like, well, okay, I'm just going to say it in my own words, because when I try to remember exactly what it said, I can't remember. Not getting lost in your distractions. So, and it's so funny, as I was saying, when I see something, I'm like, oh my gosh, I needed to see that today. And then I turn around and I read my little daily mindfulness book on daily meditations for mindfulness. It was exactly the same thing. What was the book you just had? Oh, this is Finding the Gift. This is today, so it's a daily thing. So it's each day is highlighted. But it said, our best intentions and plans can come to fruition, but without regular maintenance and an ongoing desire to keep what we've attained, whether it be physical health, good relationships, or a positive mindset, things will slowly go back to the way they were. You want me to read that again?
Yes, please.
Shall I read that again?
Yes, read it one more time.
Our best intentions and plans can come to fruition, But without regular maintenance and an ongoing desire to keep what we've attained, be it physical health, good relationships, positive mindset, things will slowly go back to the way they were. So I relate that to our business, because our business is so much like that. If we are not maintaining our business on a regular basis and being consistent with it, things will eventually disappear. They'll just slowly.
It sure will. That was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, it's by Angela Howell. So, yeah, so some of these posts that I was seeing today, I thought I had it on here, but, oh, okay, here was one of the posts that I had. This is also Tanya Eliza. She said, little everyday decisions will either take you to the life you desire or to a disaster by default. Start living intentionally and making decisions that shape the future that you want. So, again, you would think it's common sense, but I know, I've experienced it. I have situations that have happened in my life that have completely derailed me. And it's so important for us to not let that happen, to continue to maintain. If it's physical health, if we're wanting to get healthy, then we have to keep working towards that every day. We have to continue making that decision every single day that we're going to work towards that. If it's building our business, then every single day we need to be taking steps to make sure that happens. If it's, mending a relationship with your child, if you've got a teenager and you've gone sideways with them, if that's important to men, then every day you've got to be taking a step in that right direction. There's so many, you can relay it to almost anything in your life. Right?
Yes, you can, Dana.
I don't even know if he's listening. But anyway, I read all that, and man, that just hit me like over the head, because this start living intentionally, that's what we get to do every day. When we wake up in the morning, we get to decide how we're going to live that day. Now, granted, God has the bigger plan, so we don't know exactly, but we have to at least make that effort to make the right decision, to make those steps in the right direction. So, I got derailed, but I'm back on track and chugging along like the engine that could. Yes, ma'am, you are. And, there's going to be times when we're, like, really derailed, like health issues and things like that. Those things are absolutely understandable, but I think what happens sometimes is that people stay away. After a period of time, when you haven't done something for so long, there's almost a fear to go back to it. There's almost like this, I got to pick that back up again. Perfect example is me and my weight loss. Perfect example. Every time when I know I have to lose weight, when I know, okay, I'm getting out of hand again, because that's just what I do, my weight goes up and down and up and down. It's like I know that if I would just focus on losing weight again, if I would just make that step every day to take the right choice, I know I can get back on track. But what ends up happening is every day I go, oh, not today. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow. Right? You've seen me do that. Yeah. You've seen me do that.
You're bad.
I know. Well, I've been really good these last couple weeks.
Well, yeah, but...
But when I do that, I'm horrible. Because it's something I don't want to do. It's just, I know I did so well at one point, and now I've gotten off track, and now I got to get back on track. And when I get back on track, that means I've got to do something every single day. It's like I realize there's a commitment coming, and I've got to make that commitment, but it's just a part of what you got to do. And especially if you have a business that you're wanting to be successful and that you're wanting to grow, you really have to make sure you're maintaining it every day. So anyway, what else did y'all say? Victoria's got a smiley face. It's going to take a little while to rethink what I've been doing for 29 and a half years in my occupation. Let me tell you something, Bonnie. Like I told y'all, I wish I could sum up my life to you guys in a quick story, but that's not going to happen. I want to write a book someday, I think. But I will just tell you that there were so many times in my life, in my career in hotel sales, that I fell into, that I had the opportunity to do something different. And that fear is what kept me from doing it. That fear is what, I had an opportunity to go to Florida and actually work on a news station. And that was like my dream of a lifetime. I wanted to be Barbara Walters one day. And I didn't take it. I chickened out. I choked. And there's, there comes a time, and I guess it's when we get a little older, that we say, you know what? I don't want to be afraid anymore. I want to take those chances. I don't want to look back and go, well, what would have happened if? I don't want to have regrets. So, anyway, that's just one little thing. I have had several little things along the way, but yes, the corporate machine has absolutely brainwashed us. And so much of it is making us feel like we are lucky to have that job and that we aren't possibly capable of doing anything different. And yeah, it's tough. It's really tough. I love Pink Zebra and plan on being at reunion if it's not way out there. Good. Yeah, I mean, this has been, I gotta say that, I mean, this is really and truly, I'm loving life because we took the chance of me leaving the corporate world and that we were going to make it on the income that we got. And, yeah, it takes hard work and every now and then I stress about it. But you know what? At the end of the day, I know that if I need to take tomorrow and take a few hours and go sit by the pool and just do nothing but stare at the water, that I can do that. I can re-energize myself that way. And that is huge. If he gets to take a Monday or a Friday off because he wants to go to the deer lease a little sooner or later, I don't have to go begging to make sure that I can actually take the day off too or use up one of my vacation days, or I just go. And to me, all this work that we have to do is so worth it to have that as the end result. So anyway, I just get really nervous when I'm trying to step outside the box and talk to someone new to share the opportunity or even just the product. You know what, Amanda? I do too. I still do. 5.5, almost 6 years later, depending on the situation, it's uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable. You'll get a little bit more comfortable with it the more that you do it. But there are days where I'm not feeling it. And I know I have an opportunity to say something to someone. And that's when, if you just trust yourself that you can do it and you give it a shot, you're going to be so glad you did. You're going to be so glad you did.
What is the worst thing that can happen?
Exactly. What is the worst thing that could happen?
All you're going to do is grow from your experience.
Right. The worst thing that could happen is somebody could look at you like you've grown a third eye. And you could say, all right, see ya. I mean, that's the worst thing. And that's not even that bad of a thing. Because you know what? It's their loss. I mean, that's how we have to recondition ourselves to thinking. I mean, we still want to be humble and kind. But yeah, I mean, what's the worst thing? I mean.
And if someone looks at you like that, it's time to move on anyway.
Yeah.
Because everybody is human and everybody makes mistakes and no one's perfect. So
right.
if you look at me like I'm not perfect, well then I need to move on anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because you're not a person I want to deal with anyway.
Don't throw stones at glass houses, right?
Whatever you say, Dana.
That's right. But seriously, Amanda, the other thing is to try to develop, try to work in conversations and to where you're not just going, hey, have you ever smelled Pink Zebra out in the middle of nowhere? Although I know that there's a few people out there that can do that, and they do it well. And Victoria actually is one of them. She can walk up to a total stranger. I've seen her do it and say, have you ever smelled Pink Zebra or tried Pink Zebra? And they tend to go, no, what is it? I mean, they talk to her. So, I mean, everybody's got their thing. You just go out there and figure out what you're most comfortable with doing and then doing it. And blow them a kiss when they do. That's right, Bonnie. I love my job that I have, but definitely want this to be a successful business so that I can do extra with my 5 boys. Yes, and husband. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there for a while, I was working my full-time business and doing this, and I really enjoyed it in the beginning, doing both, actually, because what was funny was the things that I was learning through Pink Zebra, I was using on my other job, and it was making my other job better. In fact, I got promoted during that time. So it was all kind of weird and just really bizarre. But that was when I really wanted to push harder with Pink Zebra, and I don't know, it just turned around and I realized, you know what, I have to make a choice because I'm kind of burning the candle at both ends now, and I chose Pink Zebra because to me this is doing exactly what I love. So Just don't ask me to speak in front of... Right. You can walk up to a total stranger, Victoria. I know it. I love it. But just don't ask me to speak in front of a group. But you're still good at that. Y'all are so right. You should have seen me sweating bullets giving a sample to my post office lady. That's awesome. Well, and you know what's really funny is these people, even though they may not know exactly what it is you're handing them, or they may seem a little skittish at first, I promise you, when you walk away and they're standing there smelling that, they're going to be like, oh, wow. I mean, just, you know what, just do it and look at it like, you know, you're blessing somebody today with the blessing of fragrance, you know. I mean, yeah, it's just all in just taking the chance and doing it. So, good luck, Amanda. You're going to do great. You're going to do great. It is almost 7 o'clock, like 6:59. Do y'all have any questions or anything else y'all wanted to chat about? Or, because I don't want to keep you. I know we always try to end on time. It's been fun tonight, at least for me. I don't know what all I've talked about, because I kind of talked about a little bit of everything, but it was fun. I think I've shared just about everything I had on my mind. I only had 4 people in my college speech class, and I still stuttered. Again, one-on-one, forget public speaking. You know, it's funny, all of y'all. Even though I wanted to be like a Barbara Walters. I really, really wanted that, but I get stage fright really bad, really bad. I've told y'all, you know, even when the first time I had to get on stage, it scared me to death, and I almost backed out. But yeah, it's. I like not scripted. Yeah, I know, me too. I just was kind of giving it all to y'all tonight. So, bye, Larissa. Give us a call sometime. Come see us. All right, we're going to go, y'all. Have a fabulous week and get those parties going. Get some incentive points rocking for you.
Yes.
And we'll let you know about next week if we want to change the day or whatever.
Awesome. You really want to make the trip. They're really a lot of fun.
Yes, keep it up, Cindy. I bet you're doing awesome. Bye, Deborah. Oh, did you see the card in the background, Deborah? I love my card. Thank you, Kara. I do love it. I absolutely love it. Yes, I love my card. Okay, you guys, have a wonderful week. Love you guys, and thank you so much for joining us.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. See y'all.
Come on, Bucky, let's go.